I lost Reptar. Oh my gosh. Wait till he gets back on here. Reptar is going to go off on some people. I love it. You can see him in the chat there, but oh man, I love it. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Wake up Web3 with soon to be Reptar and JC3. Oh gosh. Anybody like my airplane shirt? I would have if someone would give me this plane, I would take it. It's a Cirrus SR-22. I wants it. But that's okay. Reptar will be back on in just a second. Yeah, it's an interesting day today. We got some stuff to talk about, and not including Reptar's rant. I hope everybody's doing okay this Thursday. Markets are stuck as they are. They are rebounding a little bit today. We'll talk about that in a minute. New CPI data came out yesterday. Inflation way lower than projected. Reptar is going to buy me a plane. Did you hear that? Reptar is going to buy me a plane. Let's go. So yesterday I had to leave early. That's why we had a short show, because I had to go. I was going to go fly. I've got one of the things when you have your pilot's license, you have to keep yourself what's called current, and that requires you to have so many takeoffs and landings every 90 days. And then if you want to fly, under instrument conditions, like in clouds where you can't see anything, you have to keep your. Thank you for clipping that, Mr. Gray. You have to keep your instrument practice up too, and I haven't done that yet in the last 90 days. So I was going to go up yesterday and fly around just to get a feel for the plane again, and because we're gonna, if the weather permits, we're gonna take the plane and fly down to my sister's rather than drive, because the drive to my sister's is like 7.5, 8 hours. But if we take the plane and fly straight there, it's like 2.5 to 3 hours. Big fan. But we'll see what the weather's going to do. Anyway, so I had to go yesterday, but I got there, and one of the things you have to do is you check the fuel to make sure there's no water in it and there's no metal shavings to indicate that there's, the engine is running rough or anything. When I did that, there's a little nozzle underneath the wing, and you like push a cup underneath it, and Mr. Gray. So anyway, I was checking the fuel, and that little nozzle would not close. It was just like leaking fuel all over the ground, so I couldn't fly yesterday. Turned out to be a big meh. So that's what I'm miffed about that. Reptar is a whole lot more miffed than I am. But for those of you that are watching that came out to game night last night, thank you for coming. I hope you had a good time. We did talk about some fun stuff, especially some news with Serum City. Yay! One of our favorite little easy to play games. Had a lot of fun playing that on your phone or on your computer. Yeah. I'm really just killing time waiting for Reptar to get back. So I guess we'll go ahead, and while he's rebooting his router and probably sending death threats to Verizon. I'm just kidding. He wouldn't really do that. That's a joke, YouTube. No one is sending any threats to anyone. Let me go ahead and share the bubbles, my bubbles. I swear we got to get a soundboard. There we go. Here's the bubbles, my bubbles. Who is texting me? Okay. That's the missus. That's the sugar mama. Texting me about plans tonight. Like picking up kids' plans tonight. Pervs. All right. Let's see if he can do it. Incoming. Woosa.
Ah!
Woosa. Woosa.
Oh my god.
Right, let the rant begin. Hang on. I'll turn the bubbles off so you can rant full screen.
Guys, all I was trying to do was buy a phone, okay? For Christmas, okay? Been on the phone with Verizon for like 3 days. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah. JC sent me a wonderful meme today. I should probably share that real quick. This is essentially what I've been experiencing for the last like 5
days,
5
years,
days collectively,
lifetimes.
Sure, yeah. Oh my God, Verizon is the worst. I'm not even gonna share. I don't even care. It's not what we're here to talk about.
That's just your phone. That's not your internet provider, right?
No,
right.
The internet provider is a whole separate issue. Spectrum's all we got here, guys, and they blow the big one. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about something else blowing the big one. Solana. What is going on? Let's check out the bubbles first and foremost. Yeah. Damn. Oh wait, no,
still red, but not like this is the daily. And this is why we're red on the daily, because yesterday we peaked up at 89, almost 90,000, and then we dropped down 5%, and now we're back. We're climbing back up. We'll talk about that briefly. I think it probably has to do with the CPI data. Let me see if I can find that's on a different. Let me pull that up here, and I'll copy it over. 1 second, please.
But yeah, there's some interesting things going on today, guys. It's Solana is one of the biggest projects in all of crypto, and that's if the rumors we're going to talk about today are true, this could be a really big deal. So
yeah, but I think this is probably why we're seeing a bounce today on Bitcoin.
So JC, what is the CPI?
The Consumer Price Index. It's a measure of it. It's the fancy term because they have to hide meanings behind fancy words. It's just the inflation number. Love it. So anyway, that may be why we're seeing this nice little bounce today. Where is it? I'm looking just see if Solana's up here. Virtual still down. Pingu down 10%. Pump down 14%. That has to do with Solana, actually. Pump and Solana are. I think Pump is probably going to take the bulk of this. I think Solana ends up fine, but that's putting the cart ahead of the horse. Crow, Mint. Let's just flip over here to CoinMarketCap. There you go. Still, we fell below 3 trillion in market cap. Fear went down to 22. It was 25 yesterday morning when we were talking about it. Firmly in the Bitcoin camp. Let's take a look at this real quick. You can see as we zoom in here. Yesterday we went all the way up, but then crashed back down. Today, it looks like we're retracing that, but we got to get over 90, and you can see we're still stuck at 94. Yeah.
And we did see a nice little recovery though, which was nice to see. It showed some bullish momentum in the markets, but yeah, guys,
you look at this and you think, oof, but I mean, you zoom in on the daily, it's doing the same thing that Bitcoin did yesterday. It spiked up and then crashed back down, and now it's recovering. So it's the news on that we're going to talk about hasn't really done much for the Solana price yet, so we'll see. But obviously, we saw that it did on the pump.fund. So pull that back up over here. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's check this one more time and see if the CPI data did anything to the FedWatch. Yeah, instead of 75.25, we're 73.26. And hang on. Dang it. Get over here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting snarled out. Oh, my bad.
What did you do? Richard, what did you do?
Okay. We're good. I had 2 tabs open. That was my bad. But no, these numbers are going to fluctuate, guys, as more news comes out and stuff. I mean, we could see another rate cut. I mean, 26%. Those are decent odds.
Yeah, we'll see how this man. Yeah, we'll see how this data affects those predictions as the year ends and we move into January. The cut is at the end of January, or I'm sorry, the decision is at the end of January. So we got a good 5 weeks from now. Let's go. Oh, before we get into that, I just wanted to point this out. Nancy Pelosi destroyed Warren Buffett. Look at this. Look at this. Gee, I wonder how she did that.
Whoo! Damn.
If you or I did that, or if Martha Stewart did that, we'd be in federal prison for 5 to 10 years.
It's so true though. It's
Nancy, you're number 1.
Oh, she's the GOAT. She's the absolute GOAT.
Yeah, you were looking down when I gave her the number.
Oh, my bad.
She's that number 1.
Oh,
That just infuriates me that's even.
yeah, that's
Right.
the definition of
I
insider
did
trading.
that. I'm gonna wait on that. I'll give you a little bit of hoping before we move over to the Solana thing. From Credible Crypto, been around a long time. I actually like this guy. Pretty good person to follow. Um, this is a little bit of hopium for those of us who are just tired of sitting here in this little limbo state. It says, I'll give you an example that might help you understand. Cardano ADA went from $1 in 2017 all the way down to 2 cents. That's a 98% drop before rallying to $3. The fact that it got to 2 cents where my father bought it before going up 150x necessarily implies that retail was not present for some time, aka Solana or Cardano was dead because retail wasn't buying. Retail does not buy at the bottom. Retail is not present at market bottoms. A market bottoms when retail is completely flushed out. So the argument that we will not rise because the market is dead is actually exactly why we are likely close to a bottom. And this is 100% true in my experience. Retail comes in at the top, not at the bottom, which is why everyone is flocking to gold and silver now, not 5 years ago. And the absence of retail at this moment implies this is not a market top, but rather a market bottom in the making. He makes a compelling point. Retail comes in at the top. Remember it.
I think that's a really good point. And I think the big boys are positioning themselves with these things like ETFs, with all of these platforms that these coins are now offering. I think they're doing it on purpose to position themselves for when retail does come in. So totally agree. I do not think that we are in a bear market. Well, the lighting right now is killing me.
Yeah.
But
want to talk about Solana because this is important and it may short or long term affect Solana. We'll see. But this is from No Limit Gains. This is the end for Solana. So he's digging through court documents. Solana has been a lawsuit against Solana and Pump.Fun. And if you don't know, Pump.Fun was built on Solana. Like it used the Solana network. You're familiar with Pump.Fun, you know what we feel and think about Pump.Fun. And so here's the allegation that's making. So this isn't crypto Twitter drama or anything like that. This is literally a United States court saying there's enough here to pursue legal action against Pump.Fun and Solana. So here's the allegation. Plaintiffs claim insiders were given structural advantages during meme coin launches using Solana's validator setup and transaction priority tooling. The accusation is that certain players are able to buy first, cheaper, and faster, while retail was pushed to the back and then left holding the bag once prices explode and collapse. Well, guys, if you were playing on Pump.Fun and you did not realize it was literally a pump and dump, people would create meme coins, sell them to you, and then dump the liquidity. If you didn't realize that, you have violated rule number 1. You are a moron. Bless you.
No, and you know it's kind of crazy because to me, shouldn't they be shouldn't they be going after all of the other meme coins that do the exact same thing? I mean, it's
Trump coin. What?
I don't know.
Did I say that out loud? Melania coin?
Yeah.
Baron coin? Like, I'm just
no, but that's the reality of it too. Like, you know.
But here's we'll scroll down in here and blah 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 blah. I don't really care. Here's this is an actual lawsuit. Where is this filed? U.S. District Court of New York. So this is going to be a class action against Batten Corporation Limited, aka Pump.Fun, Alan Cohen, Dylan, and these individuals. Solana Foundation is the Solana Labs Inc. Solana Foundation. So yeah, you can see that they're saying this. There's enough here. Plaintiff seeks to represent a class of all persons. Yeah. Trying to see if there's any kind of. Okay, so the reason, and this is typical in a lawsuit, you throw everybody on there because it's a civil lawsuit. They're just seeking money. They're not seeking criminal penalties. They name everybody and anybody that So for example, I was a cop for a while. If I did something wrong as a cop, something illegal, and I, not for like the criminal trial, but for a civil pit, like people are going to sue, right? If a cop does something wrong, the cop is going to get sued, the police department is going to get sued, the city is going to get sued, everybody's going to get sued because JC doesn't have a lot of money. The city has a lot of money, so you go after the people with the money. But what's going to happen is, in that example I was giving you, the police department would say, look, you have to take us off this lawsuit. We didn't train him to do that. He did that all on his own. And the city's going to say, yeah, like, it's not our fault the guy did something wrong, so you got to take us off the lawsuit. I think that Solana is going to likely, petition to be, pulled off of that lawsuit. Like, look, people we built the ecosystem, and these are the features of the ecosystem. And the people at Pump.Fun used our ecosystem in this way to make these things, but like, we have nothing to do with them. They just, they did this all on their own.
And that's the thing. It's like, can you sue the internet for like a malicious website? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it doesn't make sense why Solana would be being punished for this, because Solana's just the network. It would be like if AWS was getting sued because they host the internet because somebody was doing something illegal or nefarious on a web.
Well, they have been, and they're immediately taken off the lawsuit. But people sued like, hey, Amazon Web Services, you host this website which was involved in this criminal activity, therefore you are liable for my damages too. And Amazon's like, we just host the internet. It's like, no,
right? So in other words, guys, I think this is a bunch of BS. Yes, I've never liked Pump.Fun. We've talked a lot about it on the show. We're not really a meme coin kind of group. We focus on real projects that are building the future with this technology. But I do not think it's going to kill Solana because Pump.Fun's getting sued.
No, I think short term, it may get some negative press, which may dirty up Solana's name and reputation. But Solana came back from the SBF stuff and the FTX stuff. This right here is nothing like that.
Yeah, that was a major exchange with all, and that was a big deal. I mean, what they were doing was blatant. Like, they were stealing money from people. A legitimate platform that everyone trusted, was doing very shady things, and it affected a lot of people because there was a lot of money in it. Pump.Fun is just a
and my problem with Pump.Fun, like. Yeah, I'm not into meme coins, but I don't have a problem with people creating them. But Pump.Fun allowed people to be like, hey, I'm creating this meme token and I'm going to get on this, live stream. And if you don't buy my meme token, I'm going to self-harm. I'm like, what? No, we don't play that game.
That's wild. Yeah, it's not a platform that we got involved with. I'm happy that we didn't because it's looking like they're definitely struggling. But one platform that is not struggling is one that we're all pretty familiar with, and one that I personally use, and it looks like they are in for some major updates. Coinbase adding a ton of features. I didn't even have time to look through all this today.
This is like an hour long. So Coinbase has added everything financial. You can buy and sell stocks on Coinbase now. That like you could on Robinhood. Like, you can literally. Let me see if I can pull this over here. I haven't even played with it to figure it out. But no, I don't want Coinbase One. I'll go back.
Here, I'll switch this over here so you guys can get a better view of what's going on.
All right, so this is Coinbase, and this is you can see this happens to be on XRP. This is you can. This is
just so happens to be on XRP.
Just so happens because I don't know why. But I mean, this is a typical, place where this is the advanced. If this is what Coinbase regular looks like, but now you've got Coinbase One, you've got crypto perpetuals, which is a derivatives market. You can buy, sell, trade these. You can buy and sell and trade futures on crypto. Oh, I guess that's right there. Okay, I didn't see that. This is my first one. You can check. You look for token sales, but down here you can earn cash. You can do lending now, which I mean you've been able to lend your cash for a while. Staking rewards, invite friends, credit card, debit card, tax. Let me go here because it's easier for me to see over here. You go over here, and this is a typical, just an order book. You can place your buys and sells over here. You go over here, and you've got the same thing. Where is it? I can't. Where are you? What am I looking for? It's over here. Derivatives, borrow, crypto-backed loans. You can get a USDC loan by using your crypto as collateral. That is new. Where I can't find the stock thing. Sorry, guys. I literally just saw this news this morning, and here you go. Trade in any direction, up, down, markets, futures, and so you can rewatch the live stream. Access up to $5 million, so you can get a $5 million loan. Nice. 6% on your USDC. Dang it. Well, I can't find it.
Yeah, guys, they are adding. Coinbase is looking at becoming a major player in the space, and if we want, we can go ahead and watch this clip. But basically, Coinbase has added a ton of stuff. So if you guys are already in Coinbase, definitely go check it out. And check out some of the features because this is a new update. And I mean, the prediction market thing is interesting to me because look how successful platforms like FanDuel, and some of these other betting.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for because they have a. It's not FanDuel. What's the prediction thing? Dang it! I had it's on the tip of my tongue. You can bet on possible outcomes.
World events, that kind of stuff. They actually already have that on Jupiter as well. They have the the prediction markets where you have a chance of you bet one way or another. Like I saw one that was funny that was is Grand Theft Auto 6 going to be over $100 when it comes out? And the odds were like 25% or something like that. So decent payout.
Dang it! I just talked about it. It's Kalshi is one, and what's the big one?
It's gonna bother him forever now.
All right, Reptar, you talk while I figure this out. It's bugging me.
But no, so guys, basically, this Coinbase is really setting itself apart. I mean, when you look at things like Arrow, they're doing their own DeFi platform.
Polymarket.
There we go. They're doing Base Chain. They're making their own blockchain. Like Coinbase is really trying to establish itself as a major player in the industry. And I mean, it really already has. But this is huge because a lot of the things that we love about crypto, like, DeFi and, some of these degenerate things like leverage trading and stuff, borrowing, those weren't available on Coinbase for the average person for a long time. And now they are. So the ability to buy stocks, crypto, lend, do DeFi and betting all within the Coinbase platform. This is huge. And I think it's going to really set Coinbase apart from some of these other shadier exchanges. It's funny. I have a few friends of mine that use Robinhood still. And after everything that happened with Robinhood, not last cycle, actually wasn't it last cycle, JC? It was last bull run.
Yeah.
Robinhood has lost all of my trust and faith. Like I have no assets on Robinhood. I don't use Robinhood.
Even before crypto was as popular as it is now, Robinhood was doing sketchy crap with like GameStop. You remember when GameStop was going up? They quit letting people sell at the top. You could still buy, but they quit letting you sell at the top. And then when it dropped, they quit letting you buy at the bottom. You could still like,
yeah. And to me, that's why DeFi is the solution because
decentralized Coinbase has done similar things. They've had outages or busy networks when things are pumping huge. Of course, all the big boys and their money, they can buy, sell, and trade without problems. But you and me, we get transactions get delayed and we lose money.
But that's why when that's going on, you should be doing your trading on a DEX. Arrow, for example. If Arrow is a good DeFi platform, there should be no issue selling or buying during these outages.
Yeah.
So even during the biggest crypto crash that we've ever seen, none of the DeFi platforms had any liquidity issues or anything like that. So they worked the way that they were supposed to work. Imagine that.
Yeah.
This
is the
but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad app. So
it's Coinbase.com nice. Prediction markets. But basically you can bet on outcomes of anything. You can literally, like we had, we talked about last week, the guy that was betting that we wouldn't get a 50 basis point cut, even though that wasn't even predicted to happen. Like, good for you, dude. Did you even get your money back? But you can bet on sports, crypto, politics. Like, you can literally bet on if Bitcoin is going to be above or below a certain price at a certain time. Like, it's like, seriously, crypto's not degen enough. Meme coins aren't degen enough.
I was just going to say, this is getting real degen now.
Some of y'all got a gambling problem.
I love it. And, it's all in one place now. So the average person that comes into crypto is going to have exposure to all of these different aspects of it through one app, which I think is going to be essential for resale.
And that's I can't remember, because I don't manage our stock portfolio. I can't remember if I have Coinbase stock or not. I hope I do, because like, they're literally, not only can you buy, sell, trade your crypto and custody your crypto there, now you can buy, sell, trade stocks 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. And you can also place, prediction market bets. Like, Coinbase is becoming your one-stop financial location.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I am excited to see kind of where it progresses, especially different platforms like Arrow and whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's really all the big news today, guys. Solana's not dead. Don't worry. And Coinbase is the chosen one.
It looks like it. I'm excited to see now. I don't have it up, but I did read briefly. Let me see if it's in here. Yeah, I know stock trading, but there's an hour and a half long show there. I didn't feel like watching the whole thing. But they have increased their DEX assets access. I mean, I'm looking to see if he gave any more specific details. No, okay, go back, because they added. Well, here you go. Millions of Solana tokens are now live on the Coinbase. So all of these like Solana tokens that you couldn't access unless you used the Coinbase wallet or tied it into your Phantom wallet somehow, now you can go direct to Coinbase. So they are trying to conglomerate. The wrong word. I don't know. I'm trying to make some kind of $2 word up. They're trying to bring together all of the various ecosystems into one stop, because they make money on the transactions. Like, they're not making money buying and selling assets. They're making money when you buy or sell assets.
Exactly. Yeah. So, long term, I think this is good because, Coinbase is going to make money, but the whole thing is crypto is confusing. So if we have these platforms where people have, all this access to these different aspects of crypto through one easy to use app like Coinbase, because let's face it, Coinbase is one of the easiest crypto apps to use, and it's probably the best for beginners.
Yeah.
So I think this is awesome. I'm definitely going to be playing around with it a little bit today, and Coinbase is again one of my favorite. I use the Coinbase card. It's the exchange I personally use, but as we said in one of our other videos, the best thing always is self-custody, because technically these exchanges are holding your crypto for you. You're not actually holding it yourself. But Coinbase is a good platform, and it has its issues just like most other ones, but it's doing big things. So huge day for Coinbase.
Yep, and I would expect their company stock to be positively affected by this. I would also expect more users to come into it. They're trying to capture as much of the user base as they can, because that's a good business model. If you're early in the space, innovate, find out what people want, find out, like, you've got your core crypto people that you start out with, and now go, okay, let's keep servicing them, but let's bring in, the boomers that don't know anything about crypto, but they understand stocks. Let's get them. And it's going to be, in the 10 years from now, we're going to be like, hey, great grandson, can you teach me how to use Coinbase Extra Light Pro? Because I just remember when we could just buy, sell crypto. I don't know all this new stuff. What can I do? What do you mean it'll brush my teeth for me? How does that work?
I have literally already had to show so many people how so many things work, but oh my God, Mr. Gray, you're gonna set me off again. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Verizon pissed me off today, guys. Just so you guys know, Verizon, not sponsored by Verizon. Verizon, if you want us to sponsor us better, get better customer service. Thank you. Preach.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Verizon, the #1 network in America.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh,
I can hear you. I just can't understand you.
Oh, he can hear me after I started screaming. That's for sure.
Sir,
guys, I'm usually really nice to customer service people. I promise. But this
because Reptar has been customer service people.
The worst part is the first woman I talked to. She's like, sir, I'm going to need you to calm down because it is very early in the morning and I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. And I'm like, well, I don't appreciate it. I'm like, you know what? Can you transfer me to somebody that can actually help me, please? And she's like, you know what, sir? I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I was like,
and she was like, who is the least helpful person we have? Okay, here you go.
I'm like, oh. And that was the beginning of my hours long experience being on the phone. But yeah, we were late today, guys. Sorry, but good news for markets. Good news for Solana, even though everyone says it's dead.
I think Solana will be fine.
Coinbase. Things are bullish. Christmas. We just had game night last night. Appreciate all you guys that showed up for game night, and we will see you guys.
See you in the morning.
On the show.
Hopefully Bitcoin's at 250.
Whew, let's get it.
All right.
And remember, guys, like, subscribe, do all the things, hit all the buttons, even the thumbs down if you want. It still helps. So appreciate all of you guys, especially Mr. Gray, you, especially everyone in the chat. Just keep holding, boys. We're almost there.
Yep, it's okay. Long term. Zoom out, and what do we say at the end? Chomp chomp.
Chompy!